Welcome to this new tutorial video for the Link Weft 12-inch. We're gonna start with the tools for the application of the Link Weft. We're going to use a set of Velcro strips to keep your work neat and tidy. They will also hold the Link Weft in place during the application. And that brings us to the transformer. This handy multi-tool crimps the links and also releases them. This means that we're only going to need one tool for the application and for the removal. The reformer is a rescue tool and not a removal tool. This is just in case a link has collapsed. Polymer loops are used to thread the natural hair through the Link Weft, together with the micro links that have rounded edges and cannot cut the natural hair. Loops are also available preloaded with the micro links. When you unpack the Link Weft 12-inch, you'll notice that they are already preloaded with the loops in the links. The color of the links are chosen based on the color of the hair. The concealed treatment on the outside makes the weft virtually undetectable. For the application, we make a horseshoe-shaped section that is fluent without any sharp corners. It is best to stay about 1 inch away from the front hair perimeter. The hair is there usually finer and can result in a less comfortable wearing experience. It will also hide the weft better in the natural hair. In order to keep control of the short fly-away hair, we'll take a larger Velcro strip and place it right on top of the natural hair. Just press it in and let it go. This will keep all the short hair under control. Now we can actually measure the Link Weft. In most cases it wouldn't be necessary to cut anything off the width, but because this is a mannequin which has a smaller head, we have to cut off 3 loops, as you can see here. In this case I have to cut off the 3rd loop. But before we do that, we have to create a new end, where the loops are next to each other with 1 pocket space in between. Now you can see I've created the same space between the loops as the ones on the end. Now I can cut the pocket of the 3rd loop where it came out of. After cutting the weft, you'll see that there is still a little tag from the previous pocket. Just cut it off, but not too close to the stitching. Rounding off the corners will prevent it from sticking out of the natural hair or catching the brush. Now we're ready to start the actual application. Line up the weft again and position it in place with the help of the small Velcro strips. Take the strip and just place it straight over the loops into the natural hair close to the section line. With the help of the Velcro strip, we're going to line up the Link Weft into the perfect position. Just press with your fingers on the strip and slide it upwards. You can see here that the loops are quite close together and that every loop has a squared off section in the bottom part. These sections represent the size and the width of the sections that you have to take and pull through with the loop. We're gonna start with the first loop on the front. The front loops are important because they will determine the position of your Link Weft. Notice that I press my thumb here on the hair in order to prevent hair being pulled upwards from underneath the section. Check the section and see if you have pulled all the hair through that belongs in that section. Now pick out the first loop and start pulling the natural hair through the link weft. Make sure that you don't grab any of the wefted hair. Once you start pulling the natural hair through, you should only feel the natural hair between your fingers. As you notice, the ring will sit on the top of my fingers now. Then grab with your pinky finger the hair underneath and then press your thumb on top of the hair. This is to keep the tension on the natural hair and to keep control over the link which sits on top of your finger. Now grab it with the transformer and slide it upwards until you feel a certain resistance. Then bend the transformer downwards in direction of the hair and your first link has been done. Continue with the next section. You'll see that I use the back of my hand with a little pressure in order to prevent hair being pulled upwards. Grab the loop and sit the link on top of your fingers and pull the hair through. You see I constantly have control over the link which sits on the top. Even if you grab it now with some of the wefted hair, it doesn't matter. You can still slide the link weft upwards. Make sure that your angles from left to right are correct and that you bend the transformer in the right direction, downwards. Give it a good squeeze and it's all done. It is important to keep your work as consistent as possible with the same height all over the weft. Make sure that you grab the link straight into the transformer so it doesn't crimp it under an angle. This one will give you a more open view of what's actually happening when you pull the loop through. By pulling the loop downwards, you're actually threading the natural hair through the link weft. You can see here that the link is still sitting on top of the loop. That will have to sit on the top of your hand and not too tight between your fingers. Slide it into position and then pull the loop through. Again, grab the link and insert it fully into the transformer. Slide it upwards, bend the transformer down and crimp it with one good squeeze. You can see that the sections here are even and having the same distance towards the scalp. Continue with the rest of the weft. Now that the link weft is installed, you can see clearly that the tension is everywhere the same and that the distance towards the scalp is everywhere the same. And this is how the application looks from underneath. You can see the consistency of all the links, and if you look close up, you'll see that there is a groove in each link. That is why only the transformer will keep the links into the hair and not other tools or pliers. As you've noticed, the transformer has two holes. The front hole is the hole that we're going to use to remove the links out of the hair. Pick one of the natural hair sections out from underneath. Make sure you have all the hair that belongs to that section. Mind you that normally the hair is grown out and it's not been so close to the scalp as with this fresh application. Place the crimped link crossways into the first transformer hole. If you look at it close up and you give it a little bit of a squeeze, you can see that it will open up. Now the link sits loose around the natural hair and slides out easily. Repeat that with the other links. Remember that used links cannot be reused. Now you can easily remove the hair from the link weft. Thank you for watching this video. For questions and inquiries, please contact us at perfectressinternational.com.